Your excuses are the exact reason that you're not successful in what you're trying to do. Now look guys, if you're watching this video, I already know that you want to be successful in life. You wouldn't have clicked on this video if you didn't. But the reason you're not there yet is because you constantly make excuses for everything. Before I get into the video, I just want to let you guys know who I am. My name is Noah, and I've done over $1.1 million in e-commerce revenue by the time I was 21. So for this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some of the sauce that I pretty much use on my own life to be able to do such a cool thing like that, you know, at a young age. Everything changed for me when I realized that no one was coming to save me. And when you realize such a thing like that, you know that you have to get it on your own. If you study a group of 1,000 successful people and look at one common trait that they all have together, I promise you that the one trait that they have is consistency. They show up every single day in what they're trying to do, and they don't stop doing it no matter what kind of hardships they run into, no matter what happens in their life. They're still putting in that work. Now, to be able to do such a thing like that, you need to train your mind to stop making excuses. Look guys, you think I was able to do $1.1 million in revenue by the time I'm 21 by saying, nah, I don't really feel like working today, or by saying, you know, I don't want to launch ads, I don't want to build my website today, I don't want to optimize a store. I had every excuse in the world to not want to do it. Oh, I've already made enough money. Oh, I've done this and this. No, I kept going, and I still keep going to this day to continue to get those excuses out of my head, because excuses serve you absolutely no purpose. So whether you're trying to achieve a dream body or whether you're trying to make $1 million on the internet, you know, the only reason that hasn't happened yet is because you want to scroll TikTok. Like, listen guys, like, I know it's funny to me because when you realize that the only reason that you're not where you want to be is because of the choices that you were making every single day. You haven't started the business because you'd rather scroll TikTok, or you feel like you don't know enough. Well, if you don't know enough, then figure out how to know more. You know, go on YouTube, learn as much as possible. Go on if you're on TikTok at all, obviously we all have our downtime where, you know, we're just laying in bed or whatever, and we're about to go to sleep, and we want to watch some TikTok. At least turn your TikTok from memes to business content, because there's tons of business content on TikTok which you can learn from. I did a lot of education on TikTok. You know, instead of watching TV, look, I didn't even know that people still watch Netflix in 2025. That's how like out of reality I am. But if you choose to watch Netflix, instead of watching Netflix, you know, read a book or learn something. Go on YouTube and learn something. There's literally no excuses that you should be able to make. Anytime you have an excuse that comes up in your head like, oh, I don't want to get up out of bed this morning because, stop it right there. Once you hear that because, that is where you need to cut out, you know, the excuse, because that's where it's about to come in. I haven't started my business because, I haven't worked out today because, I haven't got a dream. Bro, all of the rest of, if someone is talking to me and I hear them start to say that, and I hear like an excuse to come in, my mind or my ears just completely just turn off. Like, I don't hear what they're saying. So, you know, if I don't care about your excuse, why should you care about your excuse? If even one person watches this video and cuts out the excuses, I know that that person will find the success that they're looking for, and that is the purpose that I'm even making this video. I want you guys to really train excuses out of your head, because they serve you absolutely nothing. I pulled up a few Bible verses just to show you guys that even God doesn't like excuses. So if God is telling you not to make excuses, you know, I'm just the messenger, guys. This is not even my saying. This is God's word. So I'm going to read out these few Bible verses for you guys. Let's look at Proverbs 20:24. It says, diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. Guys, stop being lazy. Lazy is not going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you to a place where you don't want to be, where you have to work, where you have to show up to your 9 to 5. So if you're watching this, I'm assuming that you're under the age of 25, which means you have a lot of time to build your life up. Your life has, you know, pretty much just begun. And essentially you have so much opportunity to actually do something with your life. And obviously, not saying if you're older that your life is over, but it is a lot harder to do something with your life whenever you made the wrong choices. So make the right choices today so you don't have to pay for it later, all right? Let's move on to the next Bible verse. We have Proverbs 12:14. Proverbs is a very, very strong book. But this verse says, from the fruit of their lips people are filled with good things, and the work of their hands brings them a reward. Another Bible verse that tells you that if you just show up to work, if you just stay consistent, that you will find success, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Proverbs 14:23. All hard work brings profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Guys, I can't even make this up. If you're sitting there just talking about your goals all day, then that doesn't do anything. Actually, talk about your goals, and then get to work on those goals, right? I've met a lot of people who want to do good stuff, and it's really good. Obviously, that's the first step, is having motivation to actually want to change your life. But the problem with them is they make excuses as to why they haven't taken action. I don't want you guys to be like that. I don't want you guys to have that fire inside but not do anything with that fire, because that fire that you feel inside is energy, guys, and you have unlimited energy to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. Just don't make the excuses. All right, guys, and I have one more proverb for you guys. Proverbs 6:9-11. It says, "How long will you lie there, you sluggard? When will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man." Guys, God is saying, stop being lazy. If you can't even get up to go take action every day, it tells you what the result of that is, right? Now, this is not me telling you, this is the scripture telling you this. I'm only just trying to bring this to you guys so you guys can understand. Stop being lazy. That's not going to do anything for you. Is your dream life really worth a little bit of rest? You haven't even worked hard enough to rest. It's one thing if you've pulled a 16-hour day, 18-hour day, or you went and ran 5 miles. Okay, I get it. You got to get some rest in, right? Obviously, you can't burn out your body or your mind. But you guys have done nothing. You guys haven't done anything. And if you're sitting there thinking that you need some rest, or you need to reward yourself with TikTok, reward yourself with some cupcakes, bro, is that really worth your future? I want you guys to really think to yourself, is that really worth your future? Like, don't think that I don't understand you. I've been in your exact position before. I've lived an undisciplined life. There was a time where I didn't do anything but just sit around, play video games, and scroll on social media and just do no work. And I've lived that life, and I've also lived an extremely disciplined life. And trust me, guys, the disciplined life, it's not as hard as you think it is. And not only is it not hard, it actually feels better than being undisciplined. Every now and then, I feel like oh, I've worked too hard. Maybe I'm going to go take a break. Every time I feel like I need to take a break, I realize that I need to get back to work, because I hate resting, because I know how much out there is to do in this world, right? There's so much to accomplish, and I really have a bigger purpose and a bigger dream for my life, which is, I don't feel happy when I'm not chasing that. And you guys will realize that once you get into the disciplined life. So just trust me, guys. Get into the disciplined life. It won't hurt. It won't be painful. In fact, the only thing that you will hate from it is that you didn't start it sooner. So today, without making the excuse, today, not tomorrow, stop making excuses. Every day you should live as if tomorrow doesn't exist. Why? Because it doesn't. It's only today, right? Guys, the reward of whenever you're disciplined is amazing. People are going to be able to smell it on you. People will see you, because you're going to walk different. You're going to talk different. You're going to look different, right? If you're going to the gym every day, if you're putting in the work every day, you're going to feel good about yourself, and that energy is going to just aspirate off of you. Now, I know how much these choices have changed my life, and I pray that it even changes one person's life who's watching this. So that's really it for this video. I hope that you took something from this, and if you want to see more of this content, just go ahead and click the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.